Vishal Sikka, thanks very much for speaking to us here on CNBC TV 18. I know I have only very limited time with you, so I'm going to try and make the best of it. Let me start by asking you to tell me your prognosis of what ails Infosys today. I know you haven't gone into the details of Infosys 3.0 and what works about it or what doesn't, but what to your mind are the three key problems facing Infosys today?
I think, when I look at the world around, the opportunities that are there for software, for truly great next generation, amazing innovative software, those are amazing. I'm very excited about that, and also the opportunities for the traditional business that we are in. So the outside opportunity is there. And then when I look at the capabilities within the company, what I have seen in the last several weeks, I'm very confident in this extraordinary talent that we have, as well as the culture of learning. So per se, based on the basic fundamental opportunity is there, and that gives me a great sense of confidence and excitement. Having said that, there have been things that have been happening here in the recent past, and around attrition and around what you could call an issue with confidence. And so one of the key things that I see is the opportunity to restore the confidence, to inspire the teams, and I think then everything else follows from there.
It might be an unfair comparison, but just like Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and the hope and the expectation is that he's going to wave this magic wand and turn things around as far as the Indian economy is concerned. You're burdened with similar expectations that a quarter down the line, Infosys should have a completely different outlook. What would you tell investors?
No, I'm flattered by the comparison. Mr. Modi is an incredible leader, and from Baroda, and I am from Baroda.
But the same burden of expectations.
Yeah, no, I do feel that burden of expectations, but I think if you think about the business, there are inherent latencies in the business, that actions that we take now, no matter how great and amazing the actions there are, they take a long time to surface.
So what would be a fair time period by when you think you could begin to start seeing a turnaround, or whatever ideas you have for Infosys that you intend putting in place?
I think that the important thing is for us to look at the journey that Infosys is on as the 3-year transformation journey that Mr. Murthy started last year. And my coming here and the new team being here is a part of that. And he had said that he wants to get the succession done and so on. And I think, so we have to think of ourselves as, so that was about a year ago, so we are 1 year into the 3-year transformation.
So you intend taking that forward, and what is going to be the big driver in terms of ideology and philosophy? Because one of the criticisms of Infosys has been that you went after higher margins and you gave up market share. You went after profitability and you gave up revenues. But if you look at your margin picture, the gap between you and your competitors has widened significantly. So even the margin argument then doesn't hold as far as Infosys is concerned.
No, I think you can see in our Q1 we started to show improvements in the fundamentals of the business. So the fundamentals are there, they are strong. We showed improvements in margin over the last year, and many steps were taken by Mr. Murthy and Chris and Shibu to address
But
those.
do you believe you can close the gap with the TCS, for instance?
No, I don't see it that way. I don't see us comparing ourselves to others in the industry, but rather to our aspirations and how well can we serve the opportunities that are out there in the market. And I believe the opportunities are vast. And if we serve them, if we organize ourselves to serve those opportunities, then we will once again be the bellwether of the industry as we used to be in the past. I have no doubt about it.
One of the other criticisms has been that Infosys hasn't been able to convert large deal wins. Do you believe that you are better positioned today, and what is the effort going to be on your part to try and get those large deals?
I think having more strategic relationships with clients, having an engagement on the next generation, on the innovative ideas that on the one hand our clients are excited about, but on the other hand that concern them about.
What are clients telling you? I believe you've already started conversations with clients. You've had a few client meetings. What are they telling you today?
They want us to work on the next generation problems. They want us to think about, to elevate ourselves, not only us in Infosys but the entire industry. So I am really focused on really 3 main priorities. One is to improve the existing business, and Mr. Murthy and Shibu and Chris and others, our leadership team, have taken many steps to improve the fundamentals in the traditional business, and I want to keep going that and continually get better at the bread and butter, at the main business that we have always done, and that means the larger deals and so forth. But I want us to really augment that with new kinds of things, new innovations in amazing new areas.
But are these going to be organically driven? Are these going to be inorganically driven? Because that has been the question that has been asked of the Infosys management. You're sitting with tons of cash on your books. I know you don't want to bulk up the company by way of acquisitions, but in order to augment particular niches that you don't currently enjoy or have capabilities, would you be looking at inorganic growth?
Absolutely. We will be looking at inorganic growth, but I think by and large the primary growth has to be organic. We have to develop the confidence that we in Infosys and we in India can solve the great problems that the world sees around us, the great opportunities with software. So it will be largely organic, but we will for sure be looking at inorganic addition as well. You can never say no to that.
But is this likely to be the sort of startup inorganic opportunities that you're looking at, or large deals that you could perhaps explore?
Both kinds of things. We want to work with startups. We want to work with startups in a very big way to be an amplifier for their growth. We have a $100 million fund that we just recently got approved by shareholders on our board, and I plan to put that to good use starting today to invest in startups and to work with them to really amplify their abilities. Every startup, once they have funding, is interested in growing and expanding their scale and their reach, and we can help them do that. So I want to work on those. I want to work on the great problems that are happening in every industry, great opportunities to reshape things with software, and I'm really excited about it.
You know, you're going to be based largely in the US. You'll spend about a week here every month in India. Lion's share of your business comes in from the US and the European markets. You want to position Infosys as a global IT company, but Dil hai Hindustani. So given that ideology, what is it that you would like to change about how Infosys is currently structured and the kind of opportunities that Infosys is currently going after?
I think we have to think of ourselves as a global company. Like you said, with the Hindustani Dil, a global company, a global leading company in the industry that sets the tone for the industry, but with the Indian roots, the Indian heart, the Indian soul. I want to have us think of ourselves in that way, and I want us to have the confidence that whenever anyone in the world thinks of a great problem, that they think of us. And once we feel that confidence, once we feel that inspiration that we can do anything, then I feel that the good things will start to happen.
My final question, because I know we're out of time. How long, and investors are going to ask you this question, you know, in the next quarter, how long before you actually see a visible, significant difference in the performance of the company?
I don't know yet. It is day one. It is too early to tell, but and we are actively working and thinking about things. Right now, it is too early to talk about any metrics or numbers.
But 3.0 or whatever the new ideas that you brought to the table, is there a plan B if that doesn't work, according to plan?
No, this plan will work.
This plan will work?
Yeah, I have no plan B. I am a deep believer in innovation, and time will tell, of course, but I feel confident that we are on the right track.
Vishal Sikka, it's been a pleasure speaking with you. We wish you the very best of luck. Thank you very much for speaking to us on CNBC.
Thank you, Shereen. Pleasure.